Hey guys, how's it going? What's going on? So the Rapture's coming soon. Are you ready? So I just want to talk to you about a bunch of things here. So first off, I feel very held right now. Do you? If you're a Christian, right? It's December, and I feel that Jesus is holding me in the palm of my hand. I feel God is on my mind more than ever. I'm watching the signs. I'm seeing this rapture stuff. All this stuff that's, look at that. Isn't that cool? Yeah. All this stuff that's going on, right? On the news. And I just feel very peaceful. I just feel that God is with me. And God's got me. And everything's going to be all right. Okay? And it's not because it's Christmas. Okay? I'm not a Christmas guy. I love my family. I love seeing them on Christmas. And I love when people are happy. But for me personally, it never really made me feel happy, right? In fact, I'd probably be more depressed than Christmas. It's actually, holidays is when most people kill themselves and feel depressed, okay? There's a lot of pressure, okay? Not down in Christmas. I'm just saying this good feeling that I'm feeling is not because it's Christmas, okay? It's because the rapture is soon. That's what I believe. I believe any day now, very soon now, even if it's in a year from now, okay? I don't think it's going to be much more than that. I think you know what I'm saying? But any day now, we're going to be chilling in heaven with God. That's how it's going to be. That's going to be our reality. I just had a dream the other day. Just an amazing dream where I was in this lake and I was watching these kids sing in a choir across the street, and I was worshiping and people were worshiping with me. And everything felt peaceful and good. And things that would normally not feel so good, right? Like I was stepping in water with sneakers on, and usually that's a pain, right? I looked down and it was supposed to feel like I would normally feel like, oh no. And I felt zero negativity about it. It was just like everything was good constantly. And that's how I feel. And honestly, guys, it's how I felt ever since I've become a believer, okay? Before I found Christ, before I accepted him as my Messiah, I was suicidal. Okay? I was suicidal for many years. I'm talking hardcore suicidal. Now, I always struggle with some thoughts here and there. I've struggled with depression, anxiety, different things, whatever. We've all, nowadays everybody has that stuff, right? But the 2 years before I became a believer, I was seriously suicidal, okay? Christ came in my life. And I realized that he died for my sins, and everything changed, guys. Now, that's a common story that you'll hear. A lot of people were suicidal. They were going to kill themselves, or, they were alcoholics. They were drug addicts. And they find Christ, and everything changes, and that's what happened to me, guys. Since I've been a believer, okay? Do I still have anxiety and depression? Yes. Do I still have suicidal thoughts? I'll be honest. Yes, sometimes. But I'm not like I was, man. 98% of my day, man, 98% of my life now, I feel peace, security, happiness, right? I'm not saying, and nobody is saying that life is going to be perfect and there's no struggles. But something, guys, something has changed. And this is a follow-up to my video, okay, about how when you believe in Christ, that moment that you believe, something changes in you, okay? Old things have become no more, right? Behold, we are new. We are adopted into the family of God. We are children of God now. We're written in the book of life. And something shifts, man. And that's what shifted in me. Ever since I believed in Jesus, I feel an underlying feeling of peace and security. Real peace and security, not like the Bible says, they'll say. Not the kind you get from holidays year after year, or politicians who are just known liars, right? The peace that passes all understanding is what I'm talking about. The peace that only God can give. Jesus says, my peace I give you, not like the peace of the world. Jesus offers, and he's wide open, offering open arms for anybody who wants that peace. He offers that absolute serenity. Even when things are not going well, right? Jesus told us that you will have troubles in this world, But behold, do not be afraid. Behold, I have overcome the world, right? Because of that, because of Jesus' victory, and because we're on his ship, we're on his boat, because we believe in him and we're connected to him in that faith, tethering to our hearts and to our minds and our spirits and our souls, we feel that peace. And we are actually experiencing heaven on earth right now at points in our life by just believing in Jesus, by just praying to the Lord, by just worshiping, right? Or just communing with God, even if you're not in official prayer, but you're sort of thinking about him. He's in your thoughts and he's in your mind, right? He's your daddy now. He's Abba. Abba means daddy. It's like a father, but it's more like a loving way that a child would say to their father. I work with children, preschoolers, and even younger, like infants, toddlers. Mainly I work with like 18 months to 3-year-olds. And man, I'll tell you right now, the most important thing in that child's life is mommy and daddy. Nothing compares to mommy, daddy. I just said it to my coworker the other day. Hey, nothing compares to mommy for these kids, because they're happy and stuff, but once the mom leaves, it's like they're mortified. Okay? It's the same with God. God is our true Father. Nothing compares to Daddy. Nothing compares to our Father. And Jesus the Son. This is our true family, okay? The family you were born into, yeah, that's your family. Yeah, you can kick it with them in heaven. How amazing is that? Okay? Get everybody on the boat. Guys, there is so much going on right now. I don't know if you heard, but there's 2 new moons this month, December. Do you feel something's up with December? Are you feeling it? I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling 2 lines of things right now. I'm feeling an increase in darkness, which I've been feeling for the past year or 2. Okay? Especially the last year, an increase in darkness and demonic presence. So I'm feeling that in December, but I'm also feeling an underlying peace and security that passes all understanding that only God can give. Where he's holding me in the palm of his hands, and it's like, it's hard to explain. I feel like I'm being hugged all day by the Papa. The Papa. The Papa. Right? It just feels like God's embracing me all day, And I just feel like the rapture is near. I feel like that's sort of a sign. And so back to this month. So this month of December is pretty wild. So we got 2 main things I want to tell you guys about, which is pretty interesting. So we've had 2 moons in the sky for the past month or 2, and I think they might still be in the sky. And it's not actually a moon. I believe it's another planet or an asteroid or something. Actually, I probably shouldn't talk about it because I don't remember. But the new information is this. There are going to be 2 moons in December. 2 new moons, which is rare. Not super rare. It happens every few years. But it's very interesting that it's happening right now. Okay? And I've been watching the moon cycles because God talks about the moon cycles. And his calendar is based on the moon. So you have the sliver, the new moon, starts the month. Then you have the 15th, which is the halfway point of the month, which is the full moon. Then the moon wanes, okay? And it drains its light down. Oh my God, I'm looking at this thing. It's like a sick ass skateboard spot. Sorry, side note. Look at that. Yo! Yeah, somebody already waxed it up. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is in December, there are 2 new moons, okay? Normally there's just 1 new moon. It starts the month. And then the next new moon will start the next month. Well, in this month, there's going to be 2. So we have the first new moon happened on December 1st, which started our month off. And then on December 30th, there's going to be another new moon. So there's 2 in 1 month. So that's pretty wild. And it's happening at the same time that all this other stuff is converging. Russia is warning the USA to expect World War before Christmas. Isn't that lovely? This is our December, guys. Don't be looking at Christmas anymore. I mean, sure, have fun with your family. Enjoy your Christmas. Do you, boo. Not telling you to, do your thing. Just do your thing, enjoy it. But that is not the priority, guys. Okay? Priority is God and getting out of here, man. It's over. It's over, y'all. I believe this is the last Christmas we have on earth. I do not believe we're going to be here past 2025. Now, another part of the information for that is Israel will be 80 years old in 2028. Okay? The nation of Israel, which was created in 1948, will be 80 years old, which is the time span of a generation according to the Bible. Fact check me on this. Look up what I'm saying. These are all Bible verses. Okay? The Bible describes that a generation is 70 years, or if they're strong, then 80 years. Jesus said that this generation, which the fig tree generation, the generation that starts to see the nation getting back in the land, the nation born in a day, when you see these things, know that the time is near, right? You'll hear of wars and rumors of wars, but do not be afraid. Guys, that's where we're at right now. Every single day we're hearing of wars and rumors of new wars. Never have we seen all of the signs converging at the same time, right? People always say, oh, there's always been wars. There's always been earthquakes. So that must mean that the earth will go on for 1 million more years. Okay, you don't read the Bible enough. I'm sorry. If you think that way, you don't understand the Bible. Read 1 Peter, read 2 Peter. He clearly says that you guys get this twisted. God already took it down with a flood. This place is stored up for judgment. Okay? So, what Jesus was talking about is when you see all these things coming together at the same time. Never have we seen this amount of earthquakes, famines, pestilence, diseases, wars, rumors of wars, right? Israel being in the land almost up to 80 years in 2028. Never before have we seen anything like this, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. UFOs over the Pentagon, over the Capitol building rather, in Washington, D.C. The Congress meeting and saying that there are actual aliens and we have their bodies. Getting ready for the fake explanation of what happened during the rapture. Okay? Another thing we got going on is, from my understanding, in these next few weeks, it will be 3.5 years until Israel is at that 80-year point where the generation would have passed, where Jesus said it wouldn't pass before all these things happened, including the rapture. Okay? So that's why people are looking at December and in the next few weeks, because you have Israel, they're going to go through a 7-year tribulation period, and 3.5 years in is where it's going to get really bad for them. Okay, so 3.5 years from now, 3.5 years from now brings us to 2028, which is the end of their generation. You get what I'm saying? All these signs are converging together to give us that great peaceful feeling that, hey, look up, your redemption draweth nigh. Look up, baby, look up, look up, look up. We got a new moon today. Keep looking up. Your redemption draweth nigh. It comes to you soon. Okay? I am even at the door, Jesus says. For the Lord, 1,000 years is like a day. Okay? So when he said it back to his people 2,000 years ago, hey, I'm coming. You got to be ready. What to speak of. Guys, we're not in the last days. We're in the final seconds. We're in the final seconds of the last days. Paul was in the last days. We're in the final moments. This is no joke. So a lot of people are asleep. You know, hey, my deal is I want to wake people up. I want to let people know because I'm excited. Like I said, I feel like Pooh Bear with my hand in the jar, and God's just got me, man. I don't know where I came up with that analogy, but maybe it's because of this yellow hat. I don't know. So there's a lot of stuff in artwork, you know. Art imitates life. Life sometimes imitates art. You know what I'm saying? And all the things are there, man. God is the creator. He created everything beautiful and wonderful and good, including music. Yeah, Lucifer was the top musician. Okay, so what? God created it. So we can use music. All right? So everything's converging, guys. Once you give your life to Christ, things will get better for you spiritually. That's the number one thing. You'll have salvation. Okay? And most people, when they give their life to Christ, they feel better. They feel less depressed. They are not suicidal anymore, man. People were on the verge of killing themselves, myself included. I was a Hare Krishna. I believed if I killed myself, I was going to come back in a better situation because I believed in reincarnation. Okay? So they say, hey, you've done so much service for Krishna. Hey, if you die, don't worry. You're not going to go to hell. It's impossible because you did so much for Krishna. All right? So that's it started making sense to me. And I was looking for solutions and I couldn't find any. So I thought, you know what? Suicide started looking good. So that was the rationale, what to speak of the emotional, issues behind it that, made me feel that way. Okay? But when Jesus came in my life, guys, he changed everything. All right? And I no longer want to kill myself. And I never will. And I never would. Because my life is not my own. All right? My life is God's. So God bless you guys. Keep coming back. Enjoy your Christmas or your Hanukkah or your Kwanzaa or your non-holiday, whatever you do. By the way, I do believe that there's a big potential for a Christmas/Hanukkah rapture. Hey, did you know, another sign, that Christmas and Easter on the same day this year, which is also rare? Wouldn't that be an interesting time for God to do a rapture? Wouldn't that be an interesting time for the church age to end and for it to blend into the time of Israel? That Hanukkah and Christmas are on the same day? Guys, there's so many signs. Just keep reading the word, keep coming back, and I love you guys. If you guys need prayer, let us know. Peace, love, blessings. Shalom.